be sure to follow up on it.
What do you think of the video?
And I watched like 5 minutes of it.
Probably couldn't stomach anymore after that?
Yeah, you know, there was issues, training issues I saw. So I was actually just at the library following up with Rusty, Kat, Jessica.
Can I help you?
No, I'm good, thank you.
I'm sorry, but are you doing videos?
I'm sorry?
Are you doing videos?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I'm sorry. Unfortunately, we can't do videos. You're certainly welcome to take pictures. And I can certainly show you around if you'd like to take pictures.
That's a new one, so I can't do videos, but I can take pictures.
Would you like to speak with my director about it?
No, I'm good, thanks.
All right, well, I'll have her send her down for you, okay?
Violated
Can you tell me
today.
your name?
Good citizen. Sad citizen today.
For what?
Because my rights were violated by that young lady. Well, you know what? If I told you that you couldn't come in here, say if you were wearing a cross, when you came in here, if I told you you couldn't come in because of your religion, would your rights be violated?
I'm sorry. Can you? I don't want to be recorded. I'm not even on Facebook.
In public.
You're infringing on
I'm infringing on your...
I didn't ask you. Did you ask me?
I don't care. I'm not going to ask you. No. Now I'm just going to do it.
No? Did you ask me?
No. Nope. And I won't. So enjoy that.
Please do.
Enjoy them. No. I'm gonna disseminate it to hundreds of thousands of people.
And you know what?
What's up?
God's watching you very closely.
Well, you know what? That's actually freedom of religion we just spoke about. Also freedom of the press. So beat it.
Get over yourself.
So she's just get it. By me using my right that is actually real and protected by law, I'm infringing on her right to privacy, which is non-existent and is not protected by law. That's what she just said, right? That's basically what she just said. So
I'm not comfortable being on video.
I'm not comfortable having my rights violated. How about this? 100 grand she's going to steal from the taxpayers because she's too good to get off. The fact that she's comfortable, how many times do you think that popped in my playbook today? 0. How long do you think I will care that she's uncomfortable? To the 39th of Neverwhere. She wants to cost this municipality and this town, herself personally, you personally, and collectively in a global resolution for deprivation of my rights. That's fine.
Well, Josh,
because she's going to get fired anyway.
Josh, I think Jessica can apologize on behalf of the
She
library.
didn't say it to me.
Also, Josh, I would say, like, I haven't risen my voice. Nobody has. So.
Well, guess what? So we just went from, I've had my rights censored, so now I'm engaging in civil disobedience. Now listen, man, I'm not yelling. I'm now raising my voice to be heard by my government that's ignoring me.
He's raising my voice.
Money. Now the next thing you go to is, I leave a comment on another post. And then I screenshot to show that there's one comment, which is only mine on that post. Then I go back about a half hour later, the page is not available. I go on her phone, I screenshot, that originally had 2 comments, now only has 1, which is this guy, when does the raffle end? No other comments there. And then they changed it, only people who've been a member of the page for 24 hours can view. But let's go back, when does the raffle end? Let's scroll all the way back. What does his comment say? When does the raffle end? So what happened to me here when I redressed my government?
Man, looks like you were blocked.
I was,
yeah.
which would be a violation of my First Amendment right, my right to redress my grievances, which is a pretty serious problem, which is how people like that wind up on thumbnails of violent videos.
Contact information?
Yeah, so well, here the contact information is right here. There's no more back and forth. We've done that. I've called the city hall Friday. No one answered. This young lady finally answered. We're done with that. I'm a totally different breed of what you've seen online, right? Okay. I'm the real deal. I'm here. So what I'm telling you right now is that. And what do you think the chances that I already have a letter of intent drawn up by my attorney is sitting in my car in my glove box?
I don't know, but you sell it, so probably pretty good, right?
Real good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go down to that library. I can go head down there with you. You're already there. She knows she did wrong. There's some coaching and training. I can get a real apology. Everyone sees on video that people make mistakes, and she got a second chance, which was one more chance that she should have got, and everyone leaves with a better taste in their mouth, not a bitter one, because finally she took some responsibility from her actions. We get me unblocked, and all is great in the world of apples and oranges. Yeah. Or that doesn't happen. I file intent, and I just legally, every resource at my disposal, like I'm hard for this place, and I'm taking as much money with me as possible.
Okay. Yeah, we can go down there.
Perfect. I appreciate it.
We all have our...
I hope it's as uncomfortable as possible. I really mean that. I could sound mean or whatever, but you guys took my rights. I want you to be squirming I hope when that video came out, you guys were like sitting there like, oh, am I going to be employed tomorrow? Because I'm a different animal than you guys have seen before. So is she. We follow through. I mean, you might have thought that we came in here for a little bit of a video. You guys were stupid and we took off. I've been calling since then. And once I realized she wasn't fired and I was still blocked, we hopped in the car and came up here. We followed through. Who is he? The town administrator, right?
Yep.
So you guys saw the video.
Yep.
What do you think?
I can't comment on it.
And he could comment, and he's your one of your direct supervisors as far as government administration goes. So
I report to the Board of Trustees too.
Okay. Library Facebook page. You got anyone on that block list? Let's be honest. Am I on that block list, Jessica?
I can't comment on the library Facebook
Well,
page,
you
but-
can because it's public, and I just submitted a records request, which is going to tell me who has access to the Facebook page. It's going to give me all the names of the people that have been blocked in the past 7 days, all the people that have been unblocked in the past 7 days, and the people in the specific comments that have been blocked. So just so you know, case law has been upheld 9 times at a library's Facebook page, Google page, Twitter, whatever. That's what public access. So you have the right to redress your grievances. So you can't block someone or delete someone's comment because that would be a violation of their First Amendment right to free speech and the other component to redress their grievances. So what do you think the chances are that we knew you were going to block us and we got the comment before it was blocked, after it was blocked, from multiple different screens, and we have copies of over 30 people just right now that I have on my phone and many more who've been blocked. So that's what happened. Right, and that's, I mean, geez, I was telling him there's a town in Kentucky, and I would accept that.
I'm very sorry that you were blocked on Facebook, that I blocked you on Facebook, and I will reinstate you as soon as I can get to my computer.
Excellent. Thank you. So thank you very much. I'm released.
And let's not get it twisted. Your government works for you. That's why they're your government. And don't think you can't get these type of records. This is from a different library, and I wanted the names of anyone that had access to the block list and all the people that were blocked. So if you see your name, redress your grievances. This is from Nashua.
Moral of the story is a violation of your rights is a violation of your rights. And you need to know that if any municipality, whether it be their Facebook page or their Google page, if they block you or they censor your comments, they're violating your right to redress your grievances. And just to let you guys know, I did speak to a lawyer today. The intent has been amended and it will be served to the Orange Town Hall on behalf of the Wheeler Memorial Library this week. Don't forget the power that you wield over these people. If you want to know who has access to their email accounts, their Facebook pages, you can get that information. You need to get that information. You need to challenge your government, flex your rights, and if you need to take their jobs, you take them, just like we did here. And that's the reason I stopped you today. And before we go, there might be some of you that say, oh, who cares if they block you? It's your freedom of speech. And you know, it's pretty bad when officials from neighboring towns, such as Irving, even say they saw the video and they were unimpressed with the behavior. See here. Do you think that that behavior was professional?
It was not professional behavior.
Watch the whole video, enjoy, and hold your government accountable. What's going on, guys? This is the Orange Town Hall. Not happy with them. You remember Orange because of this. So, I want to figure out what kind of changes have been made. Oh, look, I bet you got a fresh barrier up there.
How's it going?
What's going on, fellas?
I can help you.
You guys got human resources in this office? Yeah.
Yeah, they're actually closed right now. They're in a meeting.
Yeah, they're doing some hiring stuff, right?
I don't know what the meeting is.
Yeah. Hopefully they're hiring some new library staff. They're out their meeting now.
Yeah.
Look at this. How long have these been up here? A couple years?
I've been here years, probably since COVID.
Nice. A little separation there.
High security, right?
That's right. You got
anything else we can help you with? Or?
Did you guys see a video featuring the Wheeler Public Library? I would check that out.
Some sort of event over there or something?
They did, yeah. It was an event that Rusty, the librarian, threw, celebrating the destruction of free speech and free press. And she told us it was illegal to film in the library. And then they went as far as to delete comments and block us from the library's social media platform, which is concerning because it's illegal. I mean,
haven't heard anything about it.
Like any municipal page, whether it's on Facebook or Google, that's public domain. I mean, Supreme Court's ruled on it over and over. A couple months ago, a city in Kentucky paid someone $100,000 because that person wrote "FU" on their Facebook page. They deleted it. You can't. So we came to figure out what the city's planning to do about that. A lot of people saw that video.
Okay.
Thousands and thousands of people. So hoping that someone wants to talk to us. Because if not, we got a bigger problem.
That's why you want to speak to HR?
Yeah.
Did you want to talk to the town administrator about that? Or?
That'd be great. Are they in a?
They're one door down.
Are they in a meeting too?
I'm not sure if they're in the building, but yeah, we're on the kind of other side of the building over here. So.
All right. Well, I appreciate you being so nice. Well, so we got to go out this door, go over one.
Out the door, down the ramp, in the other door, and it's on your left. That's the town administrator's office. The town administrator's assistant should be in there, and then I guess it's anybody's guess as to where the town administrator is.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, man.
All right. You have a good day.
You too.
Notice the lack of like empathy shown by these employees.
Oh yeah.
No one seems concerned.
Look at that. Look at this whole thing shut down.
Hi.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Thanks. You the town clerk?
Yes, I am.
You sent me an email.
Yes.
You know who I am?
I assume you're with the First Amendment rights that were probably, excuse me, probably at the library last week.
Yeah. I called this morning too. So I appreciate you getting those records sent off to me. So what do we do? I mean, how do we take care of this? I mean, I've been blocked on the library page, which is illegal.
That I have no idea.
100% illegal. It's a public forum.
I have no idea anything about blocking anybody on any of the pages. The library trustees, there's an elected board of library trustees, and they are the ones that are in charge of hiring and firing and whatever the people that are working at the library.
Rusty still working there? We're gonna work diligently to change that.
Do you have your other phone signed into your Facebook right now, so we can show her that it's?
Oh yeah, I was actually just gonna do that. So
yeah.
We'll show you. So I'm gonna.
So he'll pull up his and show you what it shows.
I'm gonna go to the Wheeler Public Library. Let's go. So Nashua Public Library actually did the same thing. They blocked me, and then I spoke to some aldermen, and now they've been noticed of intent, and of course I'm not blocked anymore. Let's go to the Wheeler Memorial Library, and then nothing will show up. Private people will show up, but look what happens when she goes on her stuff.
I have no idea. That's not a town-sponsored Facebook page. So
doesn't
the
matter
town,
though.
but I'm telling you, we as the town don't have the ability. I don't know how people can.
Well, you have to be not blocked to be able to see it. So.
Right, but I don't know who's in charge of that page.
Well, that's part of what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to do a records request on the names of every person that has an admin for that page. I'm going to do a records request on the names of everyone that's been blocked within the past week and unblocked, and I'm going to do a copy of every single comment that has been blocked. So, I mean, this is where you get to help us take money from the town, because now we get to sue, right? I mean, Kentucky, about 7 months ago, someone went into the police Facebook department page, and they said, F you, F all cops, and they deleted it. And they blocked them, right? Why wouldn't you? No, that cost that small town $100,000. I'm shooting for more here. So I'm gonna have you help us.
Like as you said, like you're obviously not in charge of any of the Facebook stuff.
Correct.
However, like we just showed you, and you can't unblock somebody because you're not in charge of it, but we did show you evidence showing that clearly his profile's blocked, mine is not. And even though you're not in charge of it and you're unaware of how all that works, it did happen.
Yep.
So
I just need I need a paper and a pen. I'm gonna do some extensive records requesting. She was treated very poorly by that staff. In fact, they just ignored her. They took all the time in the day to tell me I can't do and utilize my God-given rights, and they wouldn't even recognize her as a person.
And
so,
even after the fact that I was treated absolutely poorly, I even said, hey, you know, like I'm willing to give second chances. Like, is someone willing to speak with me or apologize or something? And absolutely nothing came about from it. And I was as nice as I possibly could have been. Like, so there was just no reason for the behavior. And then moving forward, there's no reason for him to be blocked. The only reason why I have not been blocked is because I chose not to make a comment so that I could show you guys that I'm not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he was. It's just very concerning. Like, same as somebody were to, like, address a problem at a town hall meeting, city hall meeting, those problems can be addressed at those meetings. It's the same thing on a forum like Facebook for the town.
and it's gonna be tough, right? Because, like, just for example, this is what Nashua just had to send me. Same thing. Like, that's the names of the people that they deleted, and those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people. I mean, like, it's gonna cost the city. My job is, because if we're gonna keep people like that employed, I don't like the taxpayers have to foot the bill. But if the bill's high enough, and you take that amount of money out of a small city, I'm good at that. I mean, then your choices are, you take out the trash and fire her, and at that point, I'm fine. You fire her, get rid of her, that's fine. I'm okay, I don't need to move forward. If not, I'm going to use my resources and I'm going to start filing lawsuits. And it's great because they're easy wins. It's not like a conjecture thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a fact. You can't delete someone from a public page. So I'm gonna help out the town of Orange. We'll sort out the difference of apples and oranges.
Well, it's just absolutely wrong. I mean, he's being civil, he's being cordial, he's redressing his grievances. Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with what he did. He didn't even cuss, and he gets blocked from a place that's absolutely public.
Oh, we're gonna get people's names. We're gonna get everything here. There's a party. Come on in.
I was just moving back here. I don't think anyone's behind us.
Oh.
But thank you so much for getting back to him this morning.
Yeah, we appreciate it. We're not mad at you. We're really not mad at anyone. We're just sick and tired for the people in this town that have to deal with jackasses like Rusty. Because they haven't seen anyone like me before. I don't think they thought that someone could do a records request on who has access and what names have been blocked. I mean, this is great. This is when the city helps me sue themselves. It's a great system.
You do have a beautiful office here. It's nice. It's organized. You do good work in here, I can tell.
Thank you.
Just by getting back to him, like, in a timely fashion, like,
The law is the law.
Right.
We do have 10 business days to get.
Yeah, no, you sent it very,
You
very
were
quickly.
very quick. That's what I'm
Usually, as soon
saying.
as soon as I get something, the information back, I try to get it right back out to the people because it figures it off my desk and I don't have to worry about losing it or.
Right. You work like me. You deal with the problem when the problem happens, and then you don't have to work. You know, you cleared it. Now you move on to the next agenda for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the pen. So I put here that I'm doing a records quest for the name of every person who was blocked on Wheeler Memorial Library Facebook page in the last week, the name of every person that was unblocked in the last week. So if they real quick want to, you know, say, oh, I'm not there, he's not on the block list, they want to unblock me, we'll beat them to the punch there. We've learned sometimes government does some sketchy things. Names of staff that control or have access to the admin abilities at the Wheeler Memorial Library Facebook page, and any and all emails, facsimile, inter office memos, notes in regard to the library YouTube video on accountability for all incident or etc. There's my name at the bottom, and a good email address.
Okay.
And we even personally showed her that you were blocked on the Facebook page, so it's not even like a question of, are you?
Yeah.
I mean, you saw for yourself. Like, there's... So.
Yeah. And I'm not willing to, so like, what I did for Nashua, just as like proof of purchase, I said, I started contacting aldermen, and I was like, this is what happened, and they're like, oh no, that can't happen, we're so sorry, and then half hour later, after, you know, they reinstated me real quick, and I'm not doing that this time, because their behavior was so unacceptable. It was so far beyond the scope of what is realistically acceptable in a public-facing capacity that I'm just getting that information as like pre-discovery, because I'm gonna file my intent, and you guys will have 6 months to let us know if you want to settle. Which Corporation Counsel is definitely gonna wait it out, and then they're gonna try and settle because it's not a winnable case, and then the town's gonna pay us.
Well, I mean, and I'm sure you've been in a part of a situation, I know we all have, where you've been faced with somebody who apologizes to you where it's genuine, right? And then you are faced with an apology that you're like, that person just said it to say it, but they have no idea what they apologized for. It was like that, where she asked him, well, what would you like an apology for? He's in the middle of explaining what happened, and then she just says, well, I'm sorry, and then walks away. Like, that's not, just because you say the words doesn't mean that the good intentions were behind it. Like, absolutely. And then she wouldn't even speak to me. Just, that's not how you treat the people that you work for. You know what I mean?
And they just got trained. This is from KP Law. That's your Corporation Counsel, isn't it?
No, they're not. They're not our town council.
No, who's your town council?
Our town council is Donna McNichol.
So she's private and then just contracted when you guys have issues?
Yeah.
So did she give you this?
No, I attended a training, and that's what they had said.
Was that training about 4 months ago? Give or take?
It was at a town clerk's conference.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, because we have 3 a year, and I go to most all of them. So
we've found this at a couple different places, and it's all because of they see me, specifically in Massachusetts, and then almost exact signage gets put up, like Berlin has one, but which means they go through training, right? Like they go through training and stuff like this.
To town clerk's
so I don't know what
training on that, and I couldn't tell you which conference it was at.
So in that library, when Rusty's replacement comes in to replace her, because I'm willing to do that. She only makes what? I think that we said she makes 15 grand a year, just over that. So I'm willing to help out the city. I'm willing to not sue for $70,000 in lieu of her getting terminated. So not only do you save $70,000, you save the 15 that you were wasting on that schmuck, and you get to actually put in somebody that might not cost your city money or be a liability in the future. So I appreciate your help. We the people, we're just trying to help out as much as possible. So we'll see if Rusty's still there. We can see about getting rid of her pretty quickly. And I'll get a certified copy in the mail to you guys today. I'll provide it to this office as a notice of official intent.
Because, you know, like when someone tries to restrict our freedoms, someone who's in charge of adult services and should know better, like, that's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. So thank you for taking the time to listen. And
You're very kind. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your professionalism. And thank you for going to that training and putting up that sign. It's folks like you that are actually doing good work and doing the right thing. And it sucks. It's one bad apple. Spoils it for the bunch. And Rusty's nothing short of a bad apple. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I haven't watched it, so I don't know anything about it. So.
Well, they threatened me with God.
Yeah.
Not Rusty specifically.
Yeah, no. Oh, the other lady. Yeah, she threatened me with God.
Yeah, but thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank
we'll
you.
be back from you soon.
All right. Town administrator?
Yeah.
Oh, nice to meet you, man. What's going on? All right, let's have a chat. My name's Josh.
Josh.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You seen the video at the library?
I saw some of it, yeah.
Woo! Could you hold this for a second? Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a problem. So, but beyond that, the whole point is like we go and we film. Sometimes we have great interactions, like the town clerk. We're blessed to have.
She's
Wonderful
awesome.
woman.
She is.
Tingsboro, Berlin. We have some really great interactions with people. Sometimes we have one that leaves the folks wanting, and in this case, wanting for more freedom. My main issue is not so much the behavior. That's a problem. We can address that.
Okay.
We can do coaching and training. My main issue is that we went on the Facebook page, and I left a comment. And I took a screenshot because I am not new to this. I'm true to this.
Okay.
And I left a comment saying you guys need more training. And I put a copy of the video link.
Yeah.
And I took a screenshot, knowing within minutes I'd be blocked.
Okay.
And I was within minutes blocked.
Really?
And then I took a screenshot of that, and unfortunately, whether it be TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Google, it's been upheld over 9 different times.
Right.
That public is a public forum. In fact, I don't know if you knew that a police department in Kentucky just paid someone $100,000 because he said "F you, F all cops," and they deleted and blocked him.
Huh.
Violation of his free speech, which your Miss McNichols, your town council, of course, informed you. We just went through the same thing in Nashua.
Yeah.
We spoke to the alderman, and of course, I was reinstated immediately. And I went through the rabbit hole of having them provide me the names of every person that had access to the Facebook account,
Right.
every single name that was removed, and I'm not so inclined to just have them do that because I sent them notice that I wanted my stuff back up. The behavior was unacceptable. So I think like the best way to deal with this is to move forward and provide intent. And I told the town clerk I'd be doing that today because what happens is it's a slam dunk case. But you can't violate someone's rights. You can't block them from redressing their grievances. My First Amendment right is violated when I'm being told I can't film in a public arena. And then another component of the 5 of my First Amendment right is violated when I'm blocked from redressing my grievances to a government that has already tread on me.
I see.
And then we provided them notice to reinstate, and they have it. So,
Right.
I mean, like, what do we do now? We sue a small town and hit them for $70,000, $80,000, $90,000?
And that's tough on a small town.
It's tough in a
Yeah,
small
exactly.
town. So what I'm probably going to wind up doing, unless like within the next 10 minutes I click on that Facebook page and I can see, because we've already
you
done
should
it
show 'em.
next door to show you. Like, I took the screenshots too, but when you go over to the Facebook page, I mean, you can pull it up on your phone. You can just try and go to the Wheeler Memorial Library. I'll click on it. Nothing. You know, the North Gavin Garlic Arts Festival, other people, of course, they're posting their reaction to the Wheeler Public Library, but there is no Wheeler Public Library because
Here,
I'm blocked.
and let me show you
But
mine.
yeah, if she shows you yours, because she hasn't commented, I had her not comment so we could show you the difference.
Yeah.
Now we'll have her go to the Wheeler Public Library, and then there it is. Now, I took pictures. Sorry, I took pictures of comments. Now this one says 1 comment, and all these mad faces and shares. You know how many comments there were originally?
Probably a lot.
Probably over 100.
Yeah.
And what do you think the chances are? I have screenshots of every single comment before and after it was deleted.
Hi.
100%.
Yeah.
And what do you think the chances? What's your name? I'm sorry.
Matt.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Matt.
good to meet you.
What do you think the chances are that I have like a phenomenal attorney that I spoke to before I came here, just to shore up everything?
You guys tell me, but
Super high. Yeah. So, like, here's where I'm at.
Yeah.
If I'm reinstated in the next 15 minutes while we're still in this building, and I go to the library, get a formal apology, or she can come over here, I get an apology from her. Is she still employed?
Yeah.
We'll work to change that.
Yeah.
Then I will consider not moving forward legally, because who wants to bankrupt a small town? If not, I will move forward. And then once we get to the point, because what I do is I provide my intent to sue. The Town Corporation Council will have 6 months. They'll probably wait it out to the end of that 6 months. And because it's not even a case, it's like just grounded case law, you can't really fight it.
Yeah.
They'll try and settle with me. And at that point, I will ask for an exorbitant amount of money, or I will ask that they fire her. So what's the options at that point? I hit the town for $70,000, she gets fired anyways, and the town has to give me a writ of memorandum apologizing publicly for this issue, or I say, fire her and I don't sue.
Now, when did you get blocked from their Facebook page?
Same day.
Same day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Let's see what's on this one here. Oh, here we go. It's beautiful.
Should see the date on there too.
All right, here we go. So this is my comment. I think I left comments on 2 of them. This is my comment. This was screenshotted, so a couple days ago. So there's my comment, most relevant, 3 hearts. Then you click, and then I screenshotted this to show that there were in fact two comments. This guy Joseph and mine.
Okay.
Now the next thing you go to is I leave a comment in another post. And then I screenshot to show that there's one comment, which is only mine on that post. Then I go back about a half hour later, the page is not available. I go on her phone, I screenshot, that originally had 2 comments, now only has 1, which is this guy. When does the raffle end? No other comments there. And then they changed it to only people who've been a member of the page for 24 hours can view. But let's go back. When does the raffle end? Let's scroll all the way back. What does his comment say? When does the raffle end? So what happened to me here when I redressed my government?
Looks like you were blocked.
I was, which would be a violation of my First Amendment right, my right to redress my grievances, which is a pretty serious problem, which is how people like that wind up on thumbnails of viral videos.
Okay.
So
well, I'll figure out who administrates that page. Probably Jessica.
Well, here's the thing. This is where the town gets to help me either fire one of their own or sue them. It's really easy, actually. I just put in a records request requesting the names of every person who has admin access. Then I put in a records request asking for the names of all the people that have been blocked within the past week. Then I asked for the names of all the people that have been unblocked. Why? Because once the record request goes in and it says names are blocked, they'll unblock me real quick and then I'm not on that name. So we beat them to that punch because we've done this a couple times before. And then we asked for all the comments that were strict and removed. And at that point, once you provide me my name being either blocked or unblocked and my comment that no longer exists by an employee in a public forum, the town's just admitted to restricting one's First Amendment right.
I'll tell you what, I'm hearing you guys. I got the allegation. I'll be sure to follow up on it.
What do you think of the video?
And I watched like 5 minutes of it.
Probably couldn't stomach anymore after that?
There was issues, training issues I saw. So I was actually just at the library following up with Rusty, Kat, Jessica.
Why don't we go over there together? I'm telling you one thing. She wanted to give me a fake apology then, and I just said, all I want is an apology. And all she had to do was come up to me and say, listen, I was wrong. I shouldn't have told you that you couldn't film. You obviously can.
I think she did apologize.
I apologize. No, what she said was, I'm sorry you misinterpreted the situation, which was interesting because once I...
You should know what a fake apology looks like and a genuine one.
Once I said... I interpreted the situation. I literally played back the clip. You can't film here. So I said, how did I misinterpret? Don't give me a fake apology. I didn't misinterpret anything. You said I couldn't film. Now you're apologizing, saying I'm sorry that I misinterpreted it. So now the apology that you're giving is somehow intended to make me take responsibility for the fact that you told me I couldn't use my First Amendment right. And then once that's said, she walks away. So I'm talking real apologies or real money.
Well, I mean, it also didn't make any sense because she started off with, I don't know what you'd like me to apologize for.
Right.
And you let me know what it is I'm supposed to apologize for. As he's in the middle of explaining it, which he didn't even get out the first sentence, she cuts him off, apologizes, but we all know like what a real one is and a fake one is. And then when I'm trying to speak with her and let her know like, hey, that was not an apology whatsoever, she wouldn't even address me and she walked away. So like she wouldn't even speak to me. She works for the people. Like that's her job.
Yeah,
she didn't even speak to me. She didn't apologize to him.
Do we have you guys' contact information?
Yeah, so well, here the contact information is right here. There's no more back and forth. We've done that. I've called the city hall Friday. No one answered. This young lady finally answered. We're done with that. I'm a totally different breed of what you've seen online, right? Okay. I'm the real deal. I'm here. So what I'm telling you right now is that. And what do you think the chances that I already have a letter of intent drawn up by my attorney is sitting in my car in my glove box?
I don't know, but you sell it, so probably pretty good, right?
Real good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go down to that library. I can go head down there with you. You're already there. She knows she did wrong with some coaching and training. I can get a real apology. Everyone sees on video that people make mistakes, and she got a second chance, which was one more chance that she should have got, and everyone leaves with a better taste in their mouth, not a bitter one, because finally she took some responsibility from her actions. We get me unblocked, and all is great in the world of apples and oranges. Yeah. Or that doesn't happen. I file intent, and I just legally, every resource at my disposal, I come hard for this place, and I'm taking as much money with me as possible.
Okay. Yeah, we can go down there.
Perfect. I appreciate it. And I'm not mad at you.
No.
So they're like, so I
just started last week. So I'm like,
you did. Who are you replacing?
Gabe.
Did he just resign? Retire?
She retired. So.
Okay. See, like the same thing I explained to her. When I'm mad at you, you're doing the right thing. It's just a problem that, you know, when you so blatantly like violent, and I found it interesting that she wants to tell me God's watching me, God's going to come after me. She's using what? Her First Amendment right.
Freedom of religion.
Yeah, 5 components of the First Amendment.
Sure.
Freedom of religion is one.
Press, speech.
Right? So, but I can't use my free speech. I can't use my freedom of film, which is free press, and I can't redress my government. So I can't use 3 out of the 5.
Right.
But she can use her one, no problem.
They're fine with another person using one of the same.
Yeah.
Which she's, for all intents and purposes,
right? Freedom of religion. So, you guys want to head over now?
Yeah, let's go. That's the problem, man. Like where she's creating protected classes and unprotected classes in one foul swoop.
Maybe while we're there, you can get them to unblock him in the same instance, so that can be done as well.
Yeah, I don't know who runs that page, but we'll figure that out too.
Thank you.
Yeah, that'd be great, man.
All right.
So we're going to head over there, guys. This is a very nice town manager. We're trying to do the right thing here. Instead of just costing them a ton of money, we're trying to help them out here today. Hey, guys, so we're taking a left right here. We're going to go down to the library, and this is how you make your government work for you. We didn't like how she behaved. We told her she was going to lose her job. We told her we were going to sue her. We went on Facebook. We got blocked. So now we're going to the government, and we're making them fix the situation because they serve us. We don't bend the knee for the government bends the knee for us, and this is what's happening right now. All right, guys.
Josh, right?
That's right. I usually don't give my name. It usually stays good citizen, but I figure that if I'm willing to go to the extent to reach in my glove box and sue a municipality for obvious rights violation, you're going to know my name anyways, because it says right there, plaintiff.
Yeah, use Josh blocked. I'm Anna.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's unblocked.
I didn't get blocked. Thank you so much.
Well, this is where I was threatened with God in this stairwell here.
Number 4. Thank you.
Hello again, Jessica. That's your name, right?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so. I'm usually not great at names. I came with, you know this guy?
Yeah.
Who is he? The town administrator, right?
Yep.
So, you guys saw the video.
Yep.
What do you think?
I can't comment on it.
And he could comment, and he's your one of your direct supervisors as far as government administration goes. So
I report to the Board of Trustees, too.
Okay. Library Facebook page. You got anyone on that block list? Let's be honest. Am I on that block list, Jessica?
I can't comment on the library Facebook
Well,
page,
you
but-
can because it's public, and I just submitted a records request, which is going to tell me who has access to the Facebook page. It's going to give me all the names of the people that have been blocked in the past 7 days, all the people that have been unblocked in the past 7 days, and the people in the specific comments that have been blocked. So just so you know, case law has been upheld 9 times at a library's Facebook page, Google page, Twitter, whatever. That's what public access. So you have the right to redress your grievances. So you can't block someone or delete someone's comment because that would be a violation of their First Amendment right to free speech and the other component to redress their grievances. So what do you think the chances are that we knew you were going to block us and we got the comment before it was blocked, after it was blocked, from multiple different screens. We have copies of over 30 people just right now that I have on my phone, and many more who've been blocked. So that's what happened, right? And that's, I mean, geez. I was telling him, there's a town in Kentucky, a guy went on the police Facebook page and said, F you, F the police. And they deleted and blocked him. You know how much it cost that small town? $100,000. And they can't fight it in court. They just pay because it's an obvious violation. So, because what I'm here willing to do, because I have the letter of intent, and I got everyone's name because I did a records request that I got back this morning. So I have everyone's name. So what I was willing to do, and I already have it in my glove box, I have a letter of intent that's filled out. Do you know what that is?
I don't know what's the letter of intent for.
In the state of Massachusetts, I have to provide a letter of intent, letting a municipality know that I have every intention of moving forward. So I have discovery attached to that intent. It's to let you know that I'm going to sue you personally and the municipality, both you and Rusty and the town of Orange. Then it's going to go to Miss Nichols, who's the corporation counsel for the town, and then she's got 6 months to respond. So she's probably going to wait right to the end of that 6 months, since she can't fight it in court because it's cost too much money to fight something you automatically lose. It's just, this case law is so firm and finite that it can't be challenged. At the end of that, she'll start talking settlement. And the lower she goes, the higher I'm going to go. So I'm going to use other case law of the most recent one, $100,000, and I'm going to use that as my bar set, because it's kind of hard. Like, how do you quantify someone's losses? Well, that's how you quantify what other people have got paid when you've done the same thing. And then I'm going to say to the town, your choices are, you pay me your 100 grand, or you can keep your money, but she's out of a job. And then they're going to say, we're not going to lose 100 grand. We can fire her. She only makes 20. We're still saving 80 grand. Or I can come here today and I can start getting some answers and some honesty. So I'm only going to go through this one more time. Are there people on the block list in this library?
Josh, you just threatened me with a lawsuit. I can't comment on it on social media.
I think that's fair.
No, I mean, it is fair, but it's fair. It's fair if she wants. I wouldn't call it fair. It's fair if she wants to cost you guys a whole boatload of money, because I am blocked, right? Go ahead, pull up the Wheeler Public Library on your phone.
I don't have my phone.
You don't have your phone. I go, I do.
Why is it an issue? Like, what are we looking at here? Like, why can't we get him unblocked? Why can't you just admit that he is blocked and unblock him? I mean, literally, he just told you about a case where somebody was cussing on a public forum and they won the lawsuit. He's not even cussing. He's redressing his grievances, and he got blocked from a Facebook page that is public.
What did I say in my comment?
Can't.
You can't.
Threatened me with
I
a
can.
lawsuit. I can't
Stop censoring my ability to redress my grievances. Stop deleting mine and others' posts. And then this guy Joseph underneath it says, "When's the raffle in?" So I took a picture of that, and then I took a picture of this to show that there are now 2 comments, mine and Joseph's. And then, that's another post. I go over here, and the Facebook page isn't available anymore because you blocked me. So I have her go on her Facebook page to see that there's only 1 comment. And that 1 comment is, when does the raffle end? So that's the same post that I commented on, isn't it? 2 days after I posted, isn't it? But my stuff isn't there. In fact, I can't. Let's see if I can view the page right now. Maybe I'm wrong.
He saw that he was blocked. He saw I'm not blocked. The town clerk saw the same thing.
Yeah, I'm
why
blocked.
is this the hill that you would like to die on? Like, why can't we just get him?
It's the proverbial hill that the town dies on. Like, you guys lose money. Like, your ego is the deflection shield for the town losing money. The threaten to sue is real. I'm saying I will not do that.
He doesn't want
I want myself unblocked, and I want a real apology from Rusty, not one that starts with, "I'm sorry you misinterpreted the situation." You can't misinterpret, you can't film. Those are 3 very specific words. That's not misinterpretation. That's her taking what should be an apology for restricting my rights and turning it into something where she's apologizing that I am now to blame. I have misinterpreted the situation. So you don't have to cost the town all that money. You don't have to. It's very nice that I'm here right now, even giving you guys this opportunity. So if she wants to give a real apology and I get unblocked, I'm good.
You've restricted his freedoms twice. Not you personally, because I don't know that. But this library has restricted his freedoms twice now. Mine once. There was a woman that came in here that used her freedom of speech and used her freedom of religion to express that God's watching him. That didn't get restricted.
Yeah, see, we don't censor free speech. In fact, I was happy to... It's interesting. The freedoms that she wanted to celebrate, she celebrated. I got my rights violated twice over. My freedom of speech, my freedom of religion, and the right to redress my grievances. Civil unrest is the birth of democracy in this country. And that woman, and if you're incorporating yourself into it, that's fine. I have no problem cleaning up shop. Because I will, just out of, like, literally, out of point and fact, once we get to talk settlement, I will tell the town, I'm all set. You guys can keep the money, just fire her. And they will fire her, 100%.
I mean, sir, ma'am, this is wrong. And if you can't see that it's wrong, then we have a serious problem. His free speech should not be blocked on a public forum. He should be unblocked. Just as simple as we're standing here, it's a click of a button to unblock him. It's as simple as we're standing here, a genuine apology.
Keep in mind, the records request is coming, so you guys, you're not going to be able to hide it. You're going to, so I know what I'm doing. Like, you're going to show me who's been blocked. I mean, Nashua is way bigger than you are. They have 2 different corporation council. They just sent me the same list. They were smart enough. I called some aldermen and they're like, whoa, we are really sorry. We broke the law. Let's get you reinstated. But I'm going to find out if my name is blocked. I'm going to find out if my name is unblocked. I'm going to find out who specifically has access to the account. I'm going to find out who is the person that did the blocking. That's not the rabbit hole that you guys want to go down. I mean, maybe it is. I don't know, but that doesn't seem fair. This guy's doing a great job in his new position, only been here a couple weeks. And
this can't be easy for you. Like, the first week here, and he's having to deal with this.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was the Truman Show because COVID just started last week.
Yeah. So, I mean...
somebody's making up a script.
So here's what I'm going to take today. Because I told you, I was going to take a... Did I tell you I was going to take an apology for your job? I wouldn't mind, would I?
And I even asked separately. I said, like I'm willing to, set everything aside. Just a simple apology. Even after he was like, I'm done, and he was upset. Rightfully so. I'm like, you know what? Maybe we all got off on the wrong foot. Can we please just get a genuine apology?
No, we're not going to say please. We shouldn't be kinder to them than they were.
No, of course not. But I'm trying to take the higher road, right? Like,
but
let's
they're the government. Why should we, the citizens, be taking the higher road when we're getting trapped?
No, of course not. We shouldn't. But I'm trying to appease to anything that you might have left.
For a lesson in forgiveness, I hope your ears are open.
A genuine apology is not super hard.
Well, we did talk about it, and they did apologize, but we thought it wasn't.
Yeah, no. It was, well, I'm sorry that you like. So if I like, say I slapped you in the face, and you're like, I want an apology. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you misinterpreted what just happened. I'm saying that you perceived that you were wrong in thinking that I slapped you in the face when I just slapped you in the face. Like, it's now saying that like I'm putting her out. That I am now she's now the victim.
You were told that you can't film here, right?
100%. You are not allowed to videotape in this library. You know that. So I'm going to say an apology, a real apology, a sincere apology from Rusty, and have myself then we can discuss, get myself reinstated on the Facebook, and then I am not going to move forward legally and hold any jurisdiction for the violation of and the deprivation of my rights under color law and the violation of 1983 USC as upheld by the Supreme Court. That's fine with me.
It's horrible. It's sad to see.
Well, let's do that.
It's super simple. Click of a button, and it's a simple apology. Simple, genuine, not hard.
Well, I can definitely go back through and reinstate everyone who is blocked. That's not an issue.
Excellent.
Again, I can't discuss it beyond that. But
well, listen, so moving forward, if someone is literally like, which I wouldn't say, because I didn't swear at you or call you any sort of names at all, but someone's like, Jessica, you're mean, blank, beep. Yeah. That stays. That stays. Might not be nice, but what's one of nice is not what this country is founded on. Nice was not founded. This country is founded on democracy, not feelings.
think it was taxes on tea.
Well,
You
it
couldn't
started
pick
with a
it.
1% T tax,
Yeah.
unfair representation,
Right.
or no representation with taxation. That was what it started on. Then it started on the precipice that 3% of the nation overcame 97% of the populace to overthrow tyranny because they weren't allowed to exercise freedoms that they believed they were God-given righted to, as you know, England did.
Right, hence the Bill of Rights.
And I know, you know, this can't be a comfortable situation. We all have our.
I hope it's as uncomfortable as possible. I really mean that. That could sound mean or whatever, but you guys took my rights. I want you to be squirming. I hope when that video came out, you guys were like sitting there like, oh, am I going to be employed tomorrow? Because I'm a different animal than you guys have seen before. So is she. We follow through. I mean, you might have thought that we came in here for a little bit of a video. You guys look stupid. We took off. I've been calling since then. And once I realized she wasn't fired and I was still blocked, we hopped in the car and came up here. We followed through. So yeah, she wants to come out and apologize to me for restricting my rights, and then to her for ignoring her, and then we reinstate me on the Facebook page. Then that's great. I didn't say anything mad at me. You guys blocked me.
Jessica, how would you normally handle somebody that had a complaint, customer complaint?
Well, I'm the only staff member who's obligated to represent the library on social media.
Okay.
Like, you know, this is being
Oh,
filmed.
then you did the blocking. All right. Well, it's honesty's good. This is not a problem. I'm not mad at you.
No,
I'm saying
one's mad.
we're
Honesty
going
is
down.
refreshing.
I know what happens. You didn't really know that there was case law protecting that, and you're like, listen, we already looked bad enough. It's a small town. Now they're putting the link saying we need more training. I'm just going to delete this person. I'm going to block them because we don't want to deal with this. We don't want the other patrons to see it, and that's probably what happened, right? That was probably, it wasn't malicious. Your mindset was just like, we're going to protect the other patrons, which I'm sure why you did it. But I don't have my speech censored by anybody, and I've faced down, 1,000 cops armed to the teeth during riots, trying to cover that as an independent
And
journalist.
that's scary.
I don't run from librarians trying to step on me. So if we could do that. I won't take up any more time. We'll apologize. We'll click some buttons, and we'll save the town some money. And then this guy is going to be in his job for a while because you're very lucky. Most bosses would either they'd look at the information, they wouldn't say anything, they'd speak to corporation counsel, and then the corporation counsel would be like, bye.
Or, most people in your situation would be like, we'll get back to you.
And then they'd send me an email.
You guys drove out here. I don't know where you're from, but you took the time out of your day.
It's not easy.
I moved in 11:30 to 12:30.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, we want to before your lunch starts. Yeah, all right, we'll start.
Passing the buck on to somebody else, and
Well, he's doing it now because he would have had to do it
Harry
then.
S.
He would've
Truman
been-
said the buck stopped here.
That's right.
So,
I don't know.
I also respect Jessica and her managerial, capacity, working for the trustees, and how she wants to handle this too. So,
It's important that folks remember that those who would sacrifice essential liberty for temporary security deserve neither liberty nor security. Which basically means, I'm sure you understand that once you give up your rights, someone's feelings, we're in a position like this, and like real Americans will stand up and say, you're not censoring me.
There are rights, and if we don't use them, we do.
So yeah, perfect. No more spieling from us. You can go ahead and grab her.
We'll wait.
We'll wait, and then we'll do some
I
unblocking.
can go ask her what she wants to do, but
Yeah, you can ask her if her ego is big enough to cost her job.
You can
And now,
force her to do something.
and now $100,000. And I'm telling you, listen, I told you I'd take her job before. Now, you do what you need to do. I will wait because my intent is already printed up.
She's only human. She can't force somebody to do something they don't want to
Right,
do.
but I don't want to give her too much credence because she just admitted on camera that she was now the one that blocked me.
Which we knew.
Yeah. Well, we did know that, but I like to see the way I asked the question, and I'm sure you probably noticed, is that I say, oh, there was no malicious intent. It was just you were like, I don't want the rest of the people to see this, and you were just doing it because you're trying to protect folks. I'm not asking if that's the real reason she did it. I'm trying to get her to admit on camera that she did it. So we're shoring up some loose ends if she doesn't want to be big enough to apologize.
not comfortable being on video.
I don't give a shit what she's comfortable with. I'm not comfortable having my rights violated. How about this? $100 grand she's gonna steal from the taxpayers because she's too good to get off her ass and apologize? The fact that she's comfortable, how many times do you think that popped in my playbook today? 0. How long do you think I will care that she's uncomfortable? To the 39th of Neverwhere. She wants to cost this municipality and this town, herself personally, you personally, and collectively in a global resolution for deprivation of my rights. That's fine.
Well, Josh,
because she's going to get fired anyway.
Josh, I think Jessica can apologize on behalf of the
She
library.
didn't say it to me.
Also, Josh, I would say, like, I haven't risen my voice. Nobody has. So.
Well, guess what? So we just went from, I've had my rights censored, so now I'm engaging in civil disobedience. Now listen, man, I'm not yelling. I'm now raising my voice to be heard by my government that's ignoring me.
He's raising my voice.
Money talks, Jessica. Money talks.
Rusty does not surrender her rights as a private citizen when she shows up to work. And
She's in a public capacity. Who's giving you this information? Rusty is a public-facing employee.
Yeah, but Jessica's her boss, so if Jessica feels that she can.
I'm the only staff member
I'm not,
obligated
listen,
to
you can apologize to me, not on behalf of her, because you didn't tell me that I couldn't film, right? You didn't ignore her. She did. You can apologize to me for blocking me and then reinstate me. That's the only thing that you did. You don't apologize for other people's actions. That's not fair.
I do, because she's my responsibility. I'm her boss.
No. She's her own person. You need to, if you're going to work in the government sector or any sector for that matter, and you're going to have a job, you need to be responsible for your own actions. I have small children, and I explain to them at a very young age, and they have a very good understanding that you are responsible for your actions. When you do something sorry, when you do something wrong, you say you're sorry. We learned that in the first grade. We had this discussion.
Or younger.
So she doesn't want to apologize. It's fine. I'll deal with that separately. I don't want you to apologize for something you didn't do. That's not fair. I'm a fair person. I don't think that's right. So
But
if you
it's
want,
my responsibility.
it's not. It's not.
Your responsibility is to figure out what is done next for Rusty as far as employment. That's your responsibility. You apologizing for her, that's void. You can't apologize for something.
Coaching, training, and it's interesting because he said that he came down here and there was some coaching and training provided. I'm not sure she's taking it in, but yeah, I don't want you to apologize for her. I won't take that to heart. So
but he'll take an apology.
You don't have to worry about it. If you just, if you just want to apologize for blocking me and then you reinstate me, I will take that from you because that's your purview. So you can do that if you would.
And that's fair.
And I would accept that.
I'm very sorry that you were blocked on Facebook. That I blocked you on Facebook, and I will reinstate you as soon as I can get to my computer.
Excellent.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. I'm releasing you of any personal responsibility and liability in the suit that I'm moving forward on. You did apologize. So I can, as a government agent and employee, I can sue the town and I can separately sue you. I'm choosing not to sue you because you admitted that you were wrong. What you also admitted is that you did, on behalf of this government, actively block me in a public forum, restricting my freedom of speech, restricting my freedom of press, and also blocking my ability to redress my grievances, which I've now had to come and travel great length to do today. So I do release you from any personal responsibility. I am, because she's not apologizing and she could take the load for this, I am now going to sue the town of Orange. I'm going to sue her personally for the deprivation of my rights. I'm also, besides the deprivation of my rights that I'm suing the town of Orange for, I'm also going to be suing them for the negligent supervision of Rusty. So I'm not only going to be suing y'all on a federal level, which is the deprivation of my constitutional rights, i.e. you can't film, i.e. you've been blocked. The negligent supervision is something that's under the jurisdiction of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. So I'm going to be suing you on a state level as well. Now I've done this before, so there is no cap. There's no federal cap on what a violation of someone's rights are, right? There's no quantifying number. It's not like you have a medical bill and they can look at a quantitative number and give you something. But thankfully, there's so much case law in existence of government municipalities that have blocked people's free speech that a number has been shored. It's went from 70 grand up to 100 grand, and in some cases more, but 100 grand seems to be the bar. So what I'm probably going to do is, for federal, I'm going to sue for 150, and then in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I'm going to hit that bar. That bar is 100 grand. I'm going to sue for that as well. Now, I don't have to win. I have to have the jury award me $1. Do you know why, Jessica? Because as long as I'm awarded $1.99, my attorney's fees have to be paid for. And I have a very high priced attorney that bills for everything.
Great.
So, but it's not even going to get to that. They don't have to waste that time because they know that I know what I'm doing. So they're just going to say, listen, let's talk money. And it's probably going to come down to something like, we'll pay you, but sign a non-disclosure agreement. So, you know, you got to take the video down. You can't talk about this anymore. And I'm going to say, no, I care less about the money, more about my freedom of speech. And then I'm going to be like, what I really want right now is her out of a job. Then she's going to be out of a job.
What's unfortunate is, like, because of her ego, because she can't get past our freedoms, this is all going to take place. You know how unfortunate that is? That the town shouldn't have to pay for her father.
Well, they're lucky because he's here and he's doing a great job. So, listen, none of this is any personal. The kids. I want to make sure these kids come up. I got my camera because I don't want to get them on camera. See how nice I am? Much more respectful to people than the library staff is. You want to step over here just so I don't get these kids over here? I just don't want to get. I mean, they're kids. They're not old enough to understand. I appreciate you, man. You did everything that you can do. There's nothing more that could be expected of you. I think that the people of Orange should be proud that you left the building, because most of the time what happens, they say, talk to council. And 6 months down the road, they say, finally I can comment on it. I'm really sorry. The person's been removed. The money's been paid. It's in a trust now for you, whatever, what have you. You did the right thing because I believe you care about your position.
Yeah.
And you did some coaching and training. Yeah. And they're lucky to have someone that's young, that's not tired out by politics. I think that's very important.
In fact, this is his second time here today. Because
yeah, he was here coaching them earlier.
Yeah.
And you know,
among other things.
See, you can make mistakes, but you're willing to learn, which is, like, I make mistakes all the time, and I'm willing to learn. That makes someone salvageable. You know what I mean? Like, when someone's rights are violated, it's either by ignorance or by inaccuracy. And you admitted that you made a mistake. You shouldn't have done it. We're going to get me reinstated, and there was an accident. Not an accident, but you made a mistake, and you've learned, and you're sorry for it. And that's all that we want. Like, I mean, if I was really about it, I would sue you. I'm not doing that. In fact, I've never wanted to sue somebody so much, so I'm going to sue her. But that is a problem. And I'm telling you one thing, if I worked as a public face, even as this, in my capacity right now, if I did something wrong, it sucks. Because you guys don't have to go in front of a 150,000 audience with 50 million worldwide views. You guys have to go in front of a town manager and maybe human resources when you apologize. I have to apologize to the world, but I still do it because it's right. And she's putting the good of this town behind her own ego. I'll let you take care of them. Thank you. I guess that's the best we can do today.
It's just unfortunate. I mean, how many times, like, do we do what we do? And sometimes we get it wrong. And we apologize. I mean, it's super simple. It blows my mind that, like, humanity, honestly, is just going down the drain. Like, a simple apology is no longer a simple apology.
So
sad.
Let her know that, because, I mean, actually I have to change something, because I was not going to break. I was going to go all out. Either all of my demands and the people's demands were met, or I was suing. So the intent that I have specifically states your name in it in a personal capacity, as well as your position in the town as in a public capacity, and it's a letter of intent, so I can't just cross it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to redraft it, because my word is real. I'm like Rusty's. You are not going to have any personal liability or responsibility. Obviously, neither would you, nor should you. And I'll make it so it's just the municipality, the violation of our rights, the negligent supervision, and the only person that will be out of their capacity in a personal aspect is going to be her. And then if you want to set up a time so you're not overwhelmed by it, I'll have that finished today. And then I'll come back in tomorrow or the next day whenever you're around. I can give it to you in hand, because I'm not going to go through the whole town hall and film everybody. You've been very nice, so I'll give it to you nicely and discreetly. Okay. And then we can talk to, what's her first name? Attorney Nichols' first name?
Donna.
Donna Nichols.
Yeah.
Okay. So I appreciate it. That's all we can do. Can I just see you? Can I wait here until I'm unblocked so I can check it on my phone here and make sure I can redress my grievances here?
Go into my office
No
for
problem.
that, 'cause I can't get to Facebook.
No problem.
Okay,
Thank you.
no problem.
And I think genuinely Jessica just didn't know. Like, that's why we do what we do, is so that people can learn, or, you know, I wish Rusty would.
So I'll see you guys in a couple days?
Yeah, like within the next few days, because we've got to redo the letter of intent, and then we'll be good to go. So will you be in your office in the next few days?
I'll be around, yeah.
All right.
You'll be able to find me.
All right.
Well, come either before 12:30 or after 1. I wanted to make sure you got out of here in time to have your lunch.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, see you guys.
All right, bye.
You did a good job today. Did a good thing.
We got a knitting and crocheting club, and like, look over here. And I do think that this library is in desperate need of a renovation project. It's, you know, this building.
Well, I mean,
old.
what is it? Donations to the library? Oh, this is for us. They started early.
I'm telling you right
Oh, that's
now.
nice.
I'm telling you right now, the amount of money that this library will be saving by no longer employing Rusty.
Oh, yeah.
To be worth it.
Absolutely.
Because she can no longer restrict people's freedom.
Absolutely. I agree. Oh, there's books over here. So I can go up to this point right here. This is still public because there's books here.
It's all public.
Rusty's hiding.
The restroom's this way. It's even public in there.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is public in here. The restroom's this way. Oh, wow. They didn't go. Oh, okay. They can't. Employees only be on that point.
We can actually go in here. I think it's mostly.
Well, that's a great question. Where is Jessica? She's unblocking me on Facebook, and then hopefully she's going to have a good rest of her day, because Rusty ain't going to have a good rest of hers.
I'm a sad nanner today.
Yeah, I mean, imagine that. You live in a small town. 100 grand's a lot of money. And there's people going to be like, hey, you just go around suing people, sue. I'm not suing it. They want me to sue them. I can't stop what they want, because I gave them an opportunity. I gave them an opportunity for it not to happen. So Rusty's got to be held accountable, and I did promise I would.
I had to boot up my computer, but everyone should be unblocked now.
All right, let's go. How many folks are on the block list there?
I had some from the last few days and some from a long time ago, but I don't know. I just unblocked.
Oh, look at that.
Oh,
I'm no longer blocked.
Thank you.
All right, so let me.
See,
will you hold this for 1 second, please?
I mean, obviously, like, people should be blocked if they're leaving threatening messages and things like that. Like, but our freedom of speech to redress our grievances, whether it's at the public library or the town hall, that should not be restricted, whether it's on a Facebook page or not.
Right, so I'm gonna do this like this. I'm gonna go to this newest post here. So a lot of people's comments have been blocked. We're not gonna be deleting any comments. Oh, so it says only people who follow this page for more than 24 hours can comment. They don't have to follow the library. Anybody can comment. I just want to leave a link to my video again and let everyone in the comment section know that I'm going to send to that place that she still works here, so people can start calling aldermen and stuff. So yeah, I'm unable right now.
Oh, that blocker shouldn't be on there.
Yeah. Yeah, can you? I just want to leave
Thank
a comment.
you.
Thank you very much. I'll wait here. Thank you. It's very nice. She's doing a great job. What more can she do? She's stuck working with a bad person like Rusty.
She didn't know, and honestly, she might not have even realized that she should have turned that off.
Mm-hmm.
So, she knows now. Rusty could be answering the phone.
Tell Rusty to answer the phone. She's not doing much of anything else. I want that phone answered.
I mean, it's 12:24. She could be on lunch, but
I needs that phone answered.
that phone could have been you. Could have been me.
It's the people calling. Oops. Yeah, guys, we're getting rid of anyone can comment. It's the Wheeler Memorial Library in Orange, Massachusetts, and she would love as many comments as possible. She learned today. She'd love for people to comment and let them know how they feel. Their government's not doing a great job. They want to know about it. They want you to tell them. We didn't lie to him. We told him this was going to be the course of events.
I know. I waited for the call. I even waited longer than I should have.
Yeah.
Not call, but email. You know what I mean?
No, they didn't even bother emailing you. Why would they email you when they couldn't even give you the basic human respect of answering your questions?
I still was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, why? Because you identify as a woman. Maybe if you identified as a cat, she would have spoke to you.
Spoke to you.
Rusty, you need to get that. Phone's ringing.
I do think Rusty might be on lunch.
Rusty don't deserve lunch. Rusty can do what we tell her to do.
Yeah. You raised your voice earlier, but you certainly did not yell. Even if you had yelled, that would have still been within your rights to do.
I can yell if I want. I didn't.
He's like, you don't see me raising my voice. No, but we can.
You're in this whole mess because of how they dealt with speech. See, they forget. Like, they like to say, oh, I got free speech too. They do not have free speech. They literally have huge limitations on their First Amendment rights. First and Fourth Amendment rights, they have huge limitations. Because they work as a publicly employed official. Take quick peeps. She comes out, tell her I'll be right back. I'll go to the bathroom real quick. The rest of them is this one.
I apologize. Facebook is doing a thing where I have to go through and make every single post commentable individually.
Oh,
so I did
strange.
I did the top few, so
Okay.
you can comment on those now. But I didn't want to leave you standing out here for like 20 minutes, so I sit there and be like, everyone can post. Everyone can
Okay,
post.
no problem. let me just look really quick and let's make sure, because if it's being weird like that, I don't want it to.
And definitely
All right.
manually reset the top one. So.
Okay, perfect. It's allowing me to at least do that one. Let me see. I can do that one too. She said that Facebook's being funny.
Yeah, it's
but
making
it's
me go
making
through
her
and do every
manually.
single one public individually.
Oh, okay. Well, I got this one. So this is what I'm gonna do. Got it.
So you can comment.
So Rusty
And I'll get the rest later. But.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
said she would rather the city lose money and its citizens than apologize for violating our rights. And if people have feedback, you'd love for them to be on here leaving their feedback. Okay, perfect. I'll tell them that then. And your feedback is welcome here. Oh, that's gonna make them feel so good. All right, I'm gonna post a link to the video. Nice. Okay, it's a good video. I mean, it's not good, but it's good. And there I am. There it is. Perfect. See that, guys? That's and this is the Facebook page that we're talking about here. The Wheeler Memorial Library. Okay. So excellent.
Thank you for doing that.
Yeah.
And now you know. And I hope you feel better.
you know.
I know what it's like to have like a lingering cough that just does not go away, and then people looking at me like I'm contagious of something.
They're tested Saturday, Sunday, and this morning. It's not COVID.
It's
Good.
just a lingering cough. And those pesky allergies, especially when the weather starts changing. It's
let her, Rusty, know, please. I appreciate already starting on the foundation. It said we're grateful for your donations to the library building fund. Oh, that's gonna be put on hold. Emma needs that, so that'll be part of what they give me, unless they just fire, which they will. That's how it's gonna go down. They're eventually gonna be like, listen, mathematically, we're looking at $200,000. Maybe we settle, cut each one of them in half. We're looking around 70, 80,000. It doesn't make a lot of sense to lose that money when all he's asking for is that she be terminated. So if we terminate her, we're not holding her salary. We can find someone else that's not a liability, and we don't have to pay this kid $80,000, and the problem's over with. That's how it works.
I'm a sad Anna today.
Yeah, you're a sad banana. But I appreciate your professionalism. Thank you for doing the right thing and apologizing and reinstating us. That's all we can ask. We just like to remind the government that a lot of people think that the government's in control of them. Like, that's not the case. Like, we don't bend the knee. The people don't bend the knee for the establishment. The establishment bends the knee for the people. That's why the town administrator left his office and drove all the way back down here after he had already been here today for us to have this discussion. Like, Rusty is the only person that's not picking up. She works for the people. So we'll give her a reality check. Make sure she don't work for the people. But we like you very much. Thank you.
Yeah. We can all learn something new. I learn something new every day, so thank you.
Where's the lady that threatened me with God? She working today?
No.
No, she's off today?
Yeah.
What a waste of 15 grand on that one, huh? I got salaries and everything.
She can have her
all right.
freedom, but we can't have ours.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Thank you. God was watching and found her needing his help. Thank you. Sad, she's gonna be even sadder, Rusty. All right, so we have to redrop that intent. We'll drop the new intent off tomorrow. We'll certify it. I gotta waste more money. We'll catch you in the next one. That's the reason I stopped you today.